Optima McDowell Mountain is one of the biggest projects in North Scottsdale. You have rooftop pools, luxury amenities, and a design unlike anything else in the valley. Now, I've been in this market for 9 years, almost 10, and very few projects have buyers committing so early. So let's dive in. What makes Optima McDowell Mountain so different is how much they're building here. It's one of the biggest projects going up in North Scottsdale, a roughly $1 billion mixed-use community, which is at Scottsdale Road and the Loop 101. Now, the plan here includes apartments for rent, you're gonna have condos for sale, and then you're gonna have shops, which are all spread across 6 different buildings. Each one of these is 8 stories tall for a total of about 1,300 homes. The project covers 22 acres, so its size really comes from everything they're building across the site, not from one single tall building. The first apartment building of this just opened last year, so people are already living here. And how much are apartments here, you wonder? Well, they start at $2,900 a month and they climb well past 10 grand for the larger units. And that's, yes, per month. The first condos are expected to be ready in the summer of 2027 with prices starting in the low 600s. And if someone wants more space, they can combine units into a larger home, and that's where prices move well over $1 million. And once you start looking at the design, you'll see why they didn't want this to look just like another condo project. And if you own a home near this part of Scottsdale and you're curious what all this new development that's going crazy could mean for your property, scan this QR code on the screen, or feel free to email me, ryan@ryanmeeks.com, and we can talk about what's happening in your area and how it may affect your home's value. Now, the buildings, they're covered with plants. There's glass almost everywhere you look, and the buildings themselves, they sort of step up and down to kind of echo the shape of the McDowell Mountain range that's right behind them. But the project is not only meant to look nice. Almost everything that you're looking at was designed to help beat this crazy Arizona heat that we have. All 6 buildings feature this sort of vertical landscaping system. It's gonna be filled with native plants and a drip irrigation system which keeps them growing year-round. The entire layout follows that same idea. Now, every parking space here is underground. It's not sitting on a giant asphalt lot like you normally see in other communities. And that's important in Arizona because asphalt, right, that keeps giving off heat long after the sun goes down. Now, the water system here is part of that design too. Underneath the property, pretty interesting, there's a 210,000 gallon storage vault. Now, it's gonna collect rainwater from the rooftops, from the paved areas, and that's why it's considered the largest private rainwater harvesting system in the entire country. So the water's filtered, it's reused to irrigate the living walls, the native landscaping here. So all that greenery can keep on doing its job without relying so much on city water or obviously rainwater. Now, the project also uses rooftop solar. It's got high efficiency heating and cooling systems. And it's also one of the first developments in the region built under updated green building codes. Everything was designed to do a job. The plants, the layout, the water system, all that open space, this all sort of works together to keep the community cooler in the Arizona desert. And the same thing carries into the amenities. These amenities are really on the same scale as this entire project. Every one of the 6 buildings has its own sky deck, so you're not sharing one rooftop with the entire community. Each building has its own Olympic length pool stretching full 50 meters across the rooftop. And guess what? In those Arizona winters, it's heated as well. Around the pool, there's a running track, so you can get in your laps with the whole rooftop open around you. It's amazing. The views up here are really hard to beat. And guess what? There's also yoga studios inside and outside. Now, the ground level here has more space for sports and everyday routine. You have pickleball courts both inside and outside, along with a full fitness center. Golf, it's gonna have its own setup too. You got an indoor simulator, an outdoor area for chipping and putting. As if we didn't have enough, there is a movie theater, a co-working space, plus a residence club with a game room for hosting. And on top of that, once everything's built, there's gonna be another 36,000 square feet of restaurants, shops, and retail, which is gonna be part of the community. Now, you can do almost everything without ever leaving the property, and it's a big reason why buyers are committing before the community's even finished. So by early summer, the first rental building had already crossed about 50% leased, and it kept climbing from there. People were already buying on the condo side too before that building was even topped out. Now, at the latest update that I've seen, it was around 40% sold, so buyers weren't waiting to see the finished product before making a decision. Some of them were also doing more than just choosing a standard floor plan. Around a third of the early sales involved buyers combining 2 neighboring units into one larger custom home. Every one of those combined homes offered so far has sold, including a corner residence that closed for $3.45 million. Now, the community is built around this kind of lifestyle. The amenities are already on the site, the property takes less work to maintain, and the buyers can really still create a larger home if they want more space. And the location, in my opinion, adds another reason to that demand, because this stretch of Scottsdale is changing fast. There's a lot happening around the intersection by the Loop 101 and Scottsdale Road. So just a short walk away, ASM is building its new North American headquarters, which is expected to bring around 1,300 jobs to this part of the valley alone. Healthcare is growing just as fast. Banner is building a medical campus, which is worth about $400 million nearby. It's bringing a hospital here, medical office building. It's bringing a cancer center, all expected to bring more than 2,500 jobs at full build out. And then a few miles west of here, you got the Mayo Clinic, which is in the middle of one of the largest expansions in Arizona's history. It's a $1.9 billion project last time I checked, and it's looking to add more than 1 million square feet, and it's expected to bring thousands of jobs over the next decade. And the growth really doesn't stop there either. Across the freeway, Cavison and One Scottsdale, they're adding new offices, hotels, thousands of homes. Now add this to Optima's more than 1,300 homes, and you could tell this part of Scottsdale is becoming a destination on its own. Now, projects like this are probably gonna become more common. Now, as Arizona keeps getting hotter, builders are gonna be looking and have to sort of think differently about how they design communities. So if you own a home anywhere around this part of Scottsdale, you wanna know what all this new development could mean for your property, shoot me a message, ryan@ryanmeeks.com. I'll take a look at your neighborhood, I'll take a look at your specific home, I'll let you know what I'm seeing here in the market. And if you own property near the Loop 303, I-17, or the new SR30 corridor, watch this video that I've linked right here. It's gonna cover Arizona's $28 billion freeway plan, so you'll have a better idea of what all that growth could mean for your property.